the predicted weather fronts come through. So the winds are up to about a 6 in the marina, and we're expecting something a little stronger later on. Tish will turn around in a sec, I think. Now there she is. Look. Look at that flag. Blowing a bit outside. That's in the marina. We're getting 6, 7s and gusts up to gale force 8. So it's fine actually, because we're being blown off. Although we are being slightly blown onto the stangers.
Wow, it's really gusting here. Gale force 8. Looking up Loch Ryan, you can see all the white horses on the loch as you come in. Here we go. We are no fetch at all from the land. There's even white horses in here. It is wild today. Even the fender step is horizontal. We're being blown off that much. Here's Alan heading over to Quilla to have a nice cup of tea. To get out some of this crazy wind and waves. The flags are fluttering like mad. The boats are bouncing, but we're still having a lovely time. And there he goes. Here we are. We've arrived on Aquila. Just about to have tea. Everybody's busy doing something. The other day we played lots of cards. And that whiled away the nasty weather. And it's fun to come over and see friends.
Here we are in Stranraer. We've had a bit of a feisty sail down from Troon. Very enjoyable. We've come down Loch Ryan, which you can see behind me, past the fast ferry and the unfortunately named slow ferry. Down the loch, for a Scottish loch, it's really shallow. They've actually got a channel that's dredged at 5 metres, but very, very easily navigated, and we're really excited to be here. That's the entrance to Loch Ryan. We came down there. See the ferry port there, and then you come round, and right at the bottom of the loch is the marina. That's a sort of sea defence wall. You can see the green buoy through there. You keep that to starboard side, and then you come into, on the other side of that quay, into the shelter of the marina, which was very welcome. We've come over from Loch Ryan from Stranraer to a place called Port Patrick, and if you look behind me, that's the North Channel. So we're looking now towards Ireland. We wanted to see how rough it is after yesterday's big blow. It's still blowing a bit today. It's a sort of 20 mile an hour winds at the moment, and the sea state is pretty ropey. We were just reflecting on it would be interesting to come in here. We can come in here, but coming through that little passage between the rocks would be a bit tight.
We've come to explore Port Patrick. In front here we can see the lighthouse. You can see the harbour on the other side. Oh no. And then the sea state has really calmed down now. So hopefully tomorrow we're going to get a good sail. We're hoping to sail down here, the North Passage. At the bottom there you can see Port Patrick. We've climbed up the headland and we've got this wonderful view. Looking gorgeous. And out this way is the castle in the distance. I don't know if you can see it. I can just see it there in about the middle of the shop. Here we are, Dunsky Castle. It's right on the edge near Port Patrick, looking out over the sea across the island. Really lovely day up here. The sea state seems to be calming down, which is rather nice. Seems we want to go sailing tomorrow. Well, we're inside the castle, just having a look around. It feels very castle-like with lots of little tiny rooms, sort of window areas. Lots of views out towards the sea. It's the bright light. Still windy. Tiny little archways. Fascinating place. And there is Alan. Coming my way.
It's going to need a bit of work.
It's going to need a bit of work. Bit of a fixer-upper. Yeah, I can see that.
A bit of plaster here and there.
I think the fact that it's got no roof maybe is a bit of a deal.
Slow us down.
Yeah. Good views though.
Nice fireplace.
Fireplace. Ah. Nice fireplace, that's all there is. And this is the other side of Dunsky Castle. So we're now on the seaward side. It's quite impressive actually. Can't believe it's not some sort of looked after monument. I'm just wandering around exploring at will. Excellent fun, would recommend a visit.
So we're on our way. We're on our way to Carrickfergus, we hope. This is Loch Ryan, and we're actually heading that way, but there's a huge spit of sand down the middle here, so we're trying to avoid that. So we're heading towards Stranraer again, and then we're going to turn around at the bottom and head up to Carrickfergus. We're going to cross the notorious Northern Channel. Hopefully we'll get some friendly winds. The forecast is a bit ambiguous, so we're heading out as quickly as we can, and we're trying to get across before any of the less friendly weather pops up.
Well, we're out of Loch Ryan, and visibility's not fab, but it does look actually like it's improving over there. Our course is slightly further south, so let's hope that it drifts down and we get better visibility than we have now. The headland's looking a bit misty, a bit murky, and behind us is Aquila. There she is, following us across. I think she'll go in front of us before long. They tend to go a bit quicker than us, but we don't mind, and it's nice to sail in company. We've encountered our first ferries. There's two here. You can see one quite big and one in the distance as a small blob, but there's quite a few that run from Loch Ryan across to Belfast Loch, so I think they're going to be buzzing past us all day, so a good watch is going to need to be kept. Visibility, yeah, definitely picked up a bit from earlier. The Aquila is actually this side of us now. I'm looking at the birds and the water fishing this morning. I just hope it perks up a bit.
There we go. Bit of wash from the P&O ferry. See if I can get in focus. There we are. Collision distance. Look at that bow wave.
Oh, it's breakfast time on Passage. Bacon and egg sandwiches. It's the best.
And mushrooms.
And mushrooms, wow! The best treat ever. Alan's always the chef on Passage. I better go back up top, I'm supposed to be on watch.
We're making our way down the North Channel. We're heading from Scotland to Ireland, which is great. We're looking forward to going back to Ireland. We've obviously really enjoyed being in Scotland, but it's always nice when you go into a new port. We're heading for Carrickfergus. Unusual sight for us in the background. I don't know how well you can see, but there's Aquila, which it's unusual to see her behind us. Not something we're going to get used to, I think, but it's fun while it lasts.
Well, we've arrived in Bangor in Ireland. We couldn't get into Carrickfergus, it was full, so we diverted here and we moored up, and there's this beautiful Irish music coming from at Bangor Boat. I've no idea if you can hear it, but I really hope you can. It's really fantastic quality music. They are playing just off the stern of our boat, near the quayside. Fantastic. So today we thought we'd head out for a bit of a bike ride. We are in Bangor, here in the marina, And we thought we'd follow the coastal path, the Ulster Way, all the way along the coast here to Crawford's Burn Country Park. There's a nice cafe there and we're hoping that we can stop off and get tea and cake. We're on a cycle route today. We're cycling along the coastal path from Bangor. We've come to this beautiful beach. I was just having a little explore. Looks out into Belfast Loch. Quite nice, some boats on anchor, lovely little coves. The path we came down is there, and then it came to an abrupt stop, and we are now going to have to push our bikes across the beach to the other side where Alan's headed and pick up the track again. An interesting ride. Here's Alan and David having a chat about whether this is a suitable anchorage or not. Not that we're going to use it, because we're sailing from here to Ardglass, but it is an interesting bay. We've cycled round. We've found this cafe called the Starfish, and we've got this beautiful view out here. Lovely place. I hope the coffee and cake is good, or tea and cake. Alan's looking very happy. His lunch has arrived. He's got crabs Benedict. Looking delicious. Yeah, it does. It looks absolutely fantastic. I also had a crab, but mine's on scrambled egg with a chilli sauce. And over here we've got what looks like a very nice bacon bap.
And sausage.
Sausage as well.
Sausage.
So David's been spoilt. Bacon and sausage bap. Very happy man.
Can't beat it.
We have cycled over to Starfish Cafe. This is Alan outside. We've just had a most fantastic lunch, and it looks really, really cool. We're going to cycle off around the bay. Let's go and explore. Here's the bikes all stacked up outside, and George is just getting her bike out of the bike rack. Here's Alan cycling along the track in the bay. It's a really good spot. Nice track, good views, and really easy to cycle on. We're headed off in this direction. There we are, gorgeous beach. We've left Bangor Marina today and we're heading through, this is Holyhead Sound. We're passing actually one of our followers on YouTube, Silver Sea, that's him there. So hopefully you enjoy this shout out when he watches this episode. Hi guys, nice to see you out too. You can see the other side of the sound over there. Some villages there, Holyhead. And on the other side, if I just come around slowly, you can see the islands, hence the sound that we're going through. We're on our way to Ardglass today. Skies are a bit, I don't know, grey looking really. For an August day, it's not very warm. We're in jeans and jumpers and things. It's not unpleasant. The sea's very calm, so we're hoping for a really good passage, and maybe we will follow Silver Sea all the way down the coast. Good trip, guys. Oh, Silver Sea's got both sails out now. She's looking very pretty. It'd be nice to accompany her down the coast. We can't see the stangers. They've disappeared into the distance. Can't see them on camera. But conditions are improving a bit. Both sails are out and we're getting a little bit of wind. So let's hope. I don't know if you can see this clearly enough on the compass, but we are actually sailing on 180 degrees. That means we are finally sailing Seagull south. Woohoo! Well, the sails are down. We're heading into port now. This is Ardglass. We can see the beautiful landscape in the background. Those hills are really high. They're off one side of Carlingford Loch. Don't think we can go there. We really wanted to, but having COVID vaccinations in 2 different countries is apparently difficult to sort out. So we're going to have to go from here straight to Wales, we think, so we can get in. But really looking forward to getting in. I'm starving actually. Hoping to have our beef and ale stew very soon. Alan's on the helm. He looks very funny. He's peering across the top of the bimini looking for lobster pots. Here's our final approach into Ardglass. Quite a few markers. There's sort of a binnacle with a white top there, just marking a bit of a rock. And then at the front here, we can see a yellow and black striped buoy. That's a cardinal. Got to leave that to port, and then there's a red and green marker when we swing round to go between. Looking forward to getting in. I am starving. It's still quite stormy looking, but the weather's been great. We've had a really good sail. It's the entrance, and the skipper concentrating on getting us in safely. So we've arrived. What's for dinner then?
Beef in beer stew with mushrooms and deliciousness.
Served with?
Baked potatoes, you know, usual.
Baked potatoes which you cooked on passage.
Well, the oven did most of the heavy lifting.
Forever the fantastic skipper. There we go. Here's our baked potatoes.
Oh, they're hot.
We actually made our beef and ale stew this morning, and we popped it in Mr. D. Mr. D though has lost a little bit of heat, not much, so we've taken it out and popped it on the stove just to heat it up, make sure it's nice and hot. But it does mean we get a hot meal pretty much as we get here and tie the ropes on. Looking forward to tomorrow. Where are we off to tomorrow?
Well, the plan is to try and get down to Holy Island, Anglesey.
Holyhead.
Holyhead.
We're going to Holyhead. So we're setting off early when the dawn comes up at 6, and hopefully about an 11-hour run.
Yeah, 11 and a half, something like that.
And we're hoping we don't end up with too much wind on the nose. We're up early this morning. We were up at 5, slipped the dock at 6. We're heading over to Holyhead. We're watching the dawn play out this morning. It's just lovely. You can see it coming in over there. Very still, we're not managing to sail yet, but we are really hoping that the Irish Sea area forecast of north-northwest 3 to 5 is going to kick in, because it'll be downwind sailing all day. Not there yet, but at least the main is up and we're on our way. It is pretty tricky to film this, but I think we can see the Isle of Man, and we can just see it in the distance, these sort of black lumps on the waterline with some low-lying cloud. It's much better by visible eye, but it is such a beautiful morning this morning. It's just gorgeous. I'm glad we're not missing it. The skies are wild though. I think Aquila is over here. We can find her. I think that's her there. There she is, so we're sailing in company again. Happy days.
Having a lovely sail towards Holyhead. We're hacking along at about 7.2 and just approaching the TSS about 2. This is our first view of Holyhead breakwater, huge breakwater which is coming in. Feisty sail across from Ardglass, but very enjoyable, and we're just making our way into the harbour so we can go into the marina hopefully. Can't raise them on the radio, but we're hoping there's someone there.
Well, we've arrived in Holyhead Marina. We've managed to sneak the last berth on the pontoon here. Very pleased. Came in last night and we're extremely tired, so we went straight to bed. We're off out now to explore for breakfast.
Plan today is we're going to go into town and do a bit of shopping. We need some food just for a change. It's always a fun trip. Bit of a walk. Weather's a bit changeable. It's 90% chance of rain for most of the day. So we've kitted up with the waterproofs. Probably won't take the bites because it looks a bit greasy on the road. And go and buy some lovely food. And then I might persuade Tish that it's the weekend and we should have a cooked breakfast, you know. Just saying.
I don't think there's any persuade about it. We'll be going for a cooked breakfast, I know you. Well, we've managed to find ourselves a nice cafe. This is the Holy Moly Cafe in Holyhead. And as usual, we're eating breakfast. Very happy with our full cooked breakfast, and we're going to try and have a bit of a look round if it's not raining later. We were wandering through the town and we found this ancient Roman monument, so we're going to go and have an explore. It is spitting a bit, so I might have to pop the camera away in a moment. But here we are, all walking through. Alan's wearing his Tilly hat, which he loves. Gets stiffer in the rain, which is one of his favourite things, and he likes the pocket inside for stowing money. Here's Alan stood outside the first school in Holyhead. I have no idea why he's doing the silly dance. But it is quite impressive. I'm not sure. What year is it, Alan?
1794.
1748. 1748. This lovely church. Very nice. Very grey day. I like the castellations up here as well. So here's a little sign telling us about the Roman fort. It talks about the typical herringbone pattern in the stones, depicting it as Roman, and this is the way they would have built their stone forts. The fort itself, as you can see, there's sort of a walled forecourt around, is through the arch. When you go through the archway, you can see that there's a church now in the middle of that, but the stone walls are all around, and then there's the castellation bits in the corners, and the sea would have come right up to the wall originally. Sorry about the wet day, it's getting on the camera. Well, the sun has finally come out. It's looking like we're going to get some nicer weather for a couple of weeks. We're about to leave Holyhead, and we're going to head round to Llanwydyn Island and anchor off for the night, hopefully. Going to enjoy some swimming. Looking beautiful.
We're just coming out of Holyhead. The sea conditions should be smooth or slight. I think probably at the moment they're more like moderate, but it's all good fun. We're making our way down to Llanwydyn Island for an anchorage this afternoon and this evening, and then we make our way up to Carnarvon over the sandbar tomorrow morning. So we're just poodling down to the North Stack. North Stacks can be a bit naughty, so we're timing it so that we should get round at slack water. And now I've got the camera up, the seas have gone quite calm, so we're not showing you any exciting waves. Oh, there's one, but it's all calmed down quite nicely now. Probably just the water around the entrance to the harbour.